Welcome to the NiNe Show. This is the land where there's constant chaos.
Welcome to the
NiNe Show or the NiNe Show. The NiNe Show.
the NiNe Show.
Got myself
My shoulders are so wide I can't even fit in the screen.
Actually, sometimes I really feel like I'm dumber than myself.
Technically, it's because you suck.
Yep.
But
That
we
is true.
I don't know what to say.
I like how you're like hitting yourself on the head when you're trying to.
Yeah, I'm like, think.
I'm like, fuck, like we think the same. I started the recording. So whenever you guys think you're ready.
Dude,
Okay.
I'm like not ready. I told you.
Dude,
I'm getting.
can always
getting
edit the
my
video.
stuff.
Can always edit it later.
No, you never edit the video though.
What do you mean? I cut shit out. I cut heaps of shit out.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this new episode of the NiNe Show. Today, we're going to be talking about the aspects of being an energy dominant. So yeah, we're four regular human beings, all happen to be intuitive dominants. And so today we'll dive into that. And let's start with the simple description of being an energy dom. So we'll start off with Leon and hear what he has to say.
So this is very personal, I guess. Like I try to make things as like personal and deep and accurate as possible. So I constantly want to save like everything, like no matter what it is. If there's an abundance of it, if there's not a lot, like just take an example. I'm out of hot sauce, but if I'm using hot sauce and I know that there's like a little bit, I won't put as much as I want just because I want some for later. It's annoying, but I mean, I have to do it. Otherwise I feel really anxious. Like even if I have like toothpaste, I have to squeeze every
you're
little
one of those
thing.
people.
Wow,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
relate to that one.
I also love to make fun of things, and making things go to waste like make me stressed out. But like I guess in terms of humor, I can see like the serious things, what's funny about it, what's ironic about it, and it's just I laugh in the face of really inappropriate things because it's better to laugh.
Yeah, that's true.
One other thing though, my phone is always charged at 70% or above, or I freak out.
Wow.
It's annoying.
That's so interesting because like Leon's an INTJ. Just to confirm his type with everyone, he's NIFI, sleep, blast, play.
Yeah.
And I'm an INFJ, similar to Leon. I'm NITI, well TI instead of FI, NITI, but I'm sleep, consume, play. So my OI is single activated, and I'm quite different to what he described. I'm nowhere near as interested in saving stuff. And I can be pretty wasteful. I can be pretty like brash. And I guess that the humor thing still remains. Like I do kind of just tend to laugh at stuff, even if it's inappropriate. It's like better to just get something positive out of stuff, right? But one thing I guess that does make me energy dominant is where my focus is at. And I usually always focus on my energy levels in any given situation. And it just feels like some kind of currency of life. So in any given situation, if I'm at the right energy level, I'll be able to handle whatever it is. So I've always just been obsessed about being in a resourceful state. So it's doing and managing that resourceful state, keeping myself pumped up. And in general with things around me, I also hyper focus on utility of stuff. You know, I can learn something, but it's like, what am I going to use it for? So I'm always focused on that. So yeah, my energy dom plays out less in actual behavior like Leon, but more in like my focus. But yeah, so Jono had a few things to say as well. We'll move on to him.
Did actually. Thanks for asking.
No problem.
I think for me, like features of being energy dominant is like not really being serious a lot of the time. And,
Mhm.
it's very stereotypical for an ENFP to be like, always wanting to joke around, make people laugh, and just be silly. But if you're
Yeah.
an energy dominant ENFP, it's like that's all you do. You don't even have any serious side to yourself. It's like all I want to do is just make memes. I just want to make like fun of everything.
Yeah.
And it's a real
Everything's like a
struggle to
game.
yes. It's like it's a real struggle to actually like focus and be serious and share serious things.
Yeah.
And what's even funnier is like if someone is being very over serious, like I just can't help but laugh. And I find it hard like not to make fun of them or something, like just make fun of their behaviors or like try to replicate how they're saying things.
Yeah. Were
If you know
you
what I
like
mean.
the joker? Were you like the class clown at school or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much was. I remember
Yeah.
in like grade 12, we had
Yeah.
to in English class we had to prepare a speech and give it in front of the class. And I remember for my speech, like before I got up, I had like one of those. I had a whiteboard marker, and I like drew
Yeah.
like a beard on my face. I just like drew like a texter beard, a marker beard on my face.
Blast. Yo, getting ready for that.
And I read my speech out completely seriously without even laughing, and everyone was like just losing it.
Oh man.
Dude, I got a story too, man. Like when I was in school, this is retarded. This is like when twerking first came out to like be a thing. And I remember I was in government and economics class, and my teacher was like super feminine sensory oblivious to everything. And she like turned around to go help a student that's like in the middle back of the class. And I went up to the front. And I literally got on the wall and started twerking for like 30 seconds. And she like didn't notice at all.
Was that just spontaneous? You just like
yeah, it was just like I just think it's too boring right now. I need to do something stupid.
Wow. Yeah.
One more thing I want to add with the being energy dominant, and because like energy dominance, like play and sleep in the high stack of your functions animal stack. My sleep is masculine, so for me, like I really like envision and desire just to like be completely still. Like sometimes I just want to, when I chill out, I just do not want to have to move.
Yeah.
I remember when like Grand Theft Auto 5 came out for the first time, I took a day off work and I literally like prepared the floor. I got all my snacks around me and I sat in a bean bag and I was like, I don't want to move this whole day. I just want to like grab my snacks, eat, and just like keep playing.
That's too good. I respect
for like 8 hours, dude. 8 hours.
I respect that so much. Oh my god. Yeah. Makes sense, man. Makes sense.
Yo, can I talk about double feminine sleep though? Because
go for it.
Just like right now, I'm always readjusting myself. Though I'm sitting down, I always want to readjust myself.
So you actually want to move. So the masculine play, you just want to keep moving.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Like I'm constantly like adjusting. Like, am I centered? Like, though I'm sitting down and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to sit down, but when I do, I still don't stop moving. It's annoying.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I'm similar, probably not extreme as you, but like I have masculinity and I'm constantly fiddling and stuff. But yeah, let's take a look and see what Asees has to say.
Oh, Asees.
He said his name wrong again.
No, that was pure. That was like a lisp. That was like not intentional.
A thief.
You're being too energy dominant right now. All the info dominant are gonna get your ass.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Provide us with that sweet info, bro.
All right. Well, I have sort of a theory about this. It's nowhere near complete, I think, but it's a good place to start and a good place to start further discussion and further figuring out the SI, because I'm sure as hell not going to do that. So it really just seems to me like energy dominance is just the awareness of the cycle of resources, whether that's physical or internal resources like your actual energy levels.
Yeah.
And so I'm more aware of when I don't have this energy, when I want to and should preserve or expand energy, when I want to and should be introspective and extrospective, and it's just as like sort of a corollary of my energy animals being next to each other, among other details, like the sexuals of my functions and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think being aware,
my
like
energy,
you mentioned, like you're aware of the state of being in high energy or low energy, does that really affect like your productivity throughout the day? Like just the awareness of it?
it's like I can't. It's hard for me to go to be super intense at any moment. Like I have to get really, really excited about something. And it's more like I just have to like do things in like more consistent bursts consistently. But because I don't fucking blast that shit, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. It's what you need to do, but you don't do it because it's part of your missing.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
I like
as a corollary.
On or
Sorry,
off. I like to be intense, but it's on or off for me. It's like I'm just chilling, I'm preparing, and then when I do something, it's like, like as hard as I can.
Yeah.
Like my nickname in middle school was Try Hard, and it's like not good, I guess. Even though it's good to try hard, it's not good to be.
You've always been a
try
good trier, though. You've been a great trier, Leon.
Oh, Asees. I just realized. So obviously, what Leon just said, and he's got double masculine play, double feminine sleep, and then Jono's like the reverse, but double masculine sleep, double feminine play. But I guess what you said kind of tracks with the fact that your sleep and your play isn't all in on masculinity or femininity. Like they're both kind of balanced. Like same with me as well.
Yeah.
Like I don't do anything. I like as you were talking, like I agree with everything you said. So I'm wondering if that plays a role.
Yeah, that's that coin is one of the details.
Yeah.
That, like would affect that.
Yeah.
So just continuing on. As a corollary of my energy animals being next to each other, among other minutia, my energy of being just like the energy that I normally am, like right now, like sort of the vibe that I give off. It's like a relatively constant calm flow of water from a faucet or tap. Even if it seems the contrary on these videos, as everyone gets excited about something. My energy isn't so high that it's splashing everywhere and costing me a shit ton of money on my water bill, and it's also not just dripping with not enough coming out.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Yes.
Bravo.
Synergy. I love it, Leon. Like I was, yeah. Go on.
We're ruining his mojo. You're stealing his
the awareness
sorry,
of this.
Sorry.
The awareness of this energy, though, doesn't necessarily provide a counterbalancing effect at the level of the individual, like the interaction between one's middle functions do, but rather it tends to produce a counterbalancing effect at the level of the energy animals themselves. I mean, it's hard enough to get your middle functions to work together. So having to have two functions work together and then work together with another two functions that are working together is pretty hard. It's like the energy animals are competing for you to fill their directly opposite needs. And this competition instead of cooperation has you running back and forth in a panic to fulfill these needs, which causes problems for most individuals. Info dominants don't have this panic though with energy because they're unaware of their energy until they don't have either enough friends or friends at all, or they just run themselves off a hill and kill themselves, over relying on the energy animal that they don't have last, just as energy doms don't have information panics for the same reason.
That's
Isn't
great,
that called-
man. That's
that's
great.
Yeah,
And
just to like put it in simple terms for like anyone that didn't understand, it's kind of like your sleep and your play will have completely opposite functions. So if you're bouncing between them, you're splitting yourself between these opposing functions. So
yeah,
it's that
personality.
Yeah.
Yin
So
and
yeah,
yang.
just to simplify that for anyone. And yeah, that was a good description, guys. So we're gonna move on to the features of dominant types with missing blast. So This is any variation of a type that's missing blast and energy dominant. So so we can start with me this time. So energy dominants that struggle to get started are like these are them. And for me personally, since I'm concerned about energy levels and utility, it means it's less doing. I'm doing less of the process of using that information, but learning about it. I'm learning about what's useful. I'm always like trying to take in that information. So I have a lot of information in my head about how to maintain a good energy level and stuff, but my application skills are where I fall short. It's kind of like what Asees said, where he knows what he needs to do. He needs that consistent pace of maintaining himself over a period of time, but because he's missing blast, he's not doing it. So exactly the same for me. So pretty much the same thing. And so I tend to kind of deal with my energy levels in a sloth type of way, trying not to overwhelm myself and then slowly add things to build myself up. But yeah, that's an abstract description of basically I'm kind of lazy.
How dare you talk in abstract, dude?
How dare I?
I don't understand that at all.
You're totally disrespecting the information. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, man. How dare you?
Yeah, you'd think I'm energy dominant.
All right, am I up?
Yeah, Jono's next.
I have Asees, so you might have been typed wrong.
Yeah, man, probably ESTP, missing sleep.
I see that.
That'd be like a broken pipe, man, with all that water you're saying coming out, gushing everywhere.
I'm peacocking, man. Don't be silly.
If you're peacocking, then I'm wet.
Okay. Let's move on.
This is becoming too energy dominant. Let's get back to info.
Jono, go, man.
Everyone stand up straight, be rigid, be very serious. Okay, so my name's Jono, and because I have low blast, sometimes I'll say something. No. Because I have low blast, sometimes I'll say something usually not making sense or like potentially confuse people, or like sometimes people will take what I say offensively. Because I kind of disrespect information, and I'm just I have a thought or idea or something I want to get out of my head that I don't fully understand. I just need to get it out. Sometimes people, I do a horrible job of explaining what I'm trying to say or think, and sometimes it comes out wrong. Sometimes I offend people, and I'm always like I struggle with that because people like get offended, and then I have to re-blast to like, no, that's what I meant. Like,
fix it.
I meant like this, and like, I gotta keep blasting to resolve it.
Yeah. Is that also because of the FI? Like you're expressing something that sounds like appropriate to you, and then when someone else doesn't find it appropriate, you have to like intermediate the whole like FE aspect.
Yeah,
because you're using FI. It's like
because I'm a very I'm a very unoffendable person, so therefore I just assume everyone else is as well. Say something very controversial. Doesn't always come out
good
right.
intentions.
Yeah, exactly. The intentions, and I wish people would focus on the intentions rather than the context of what you say. Sometimes. Yes. But going off that, sorry.
Because the info is not that important.
No, it's not. The info is never important.
It's the energy.
If you want to have a good life, be energy dominant.
Exactly.
Basically.
Another point to that is like I'm also weird with information. So I feel like sometimes I feel protective or like no, not really responsible, but I feel protective of certain information that I share. And I feel like if I haven't nurtured it enough, I haven't like thought about it enough, I haven't organized it enough, like I don't want to share it. Or if I share it, it's like, no, this is not the right setting. I need to be a bit more perfect. I need to write it down first, or like let's if I come up with an idea sometimes or a tangent in one of these videos, I'm like, I don't want to talk about this because this could be like a new video idea or something. I'm kind of very like restrictive of it almost. Maybe that's just the blast last, but I don't know.
That's same for me as well. I totally relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool, man. Yeah, everything made sense. Yeah, we're gonna move on to Asees, see what he's got to say about this. Go for it, man.
Yeah, I really relate to what you, Odin, and Jonathan have said about Blast Last. And you know, it is very much like what you said. I just want to reiterate it, while also mentioning that we are all the sleep above play variants of this. And it sort of seems to me that a common misconception of what energy dominant is that it's a sort of a higher focus on sleep, and maybe because of Dave, but that's not necessarily the case. It's just a slant towards whatever your savior energy animal is, and the sort of awareness and need to do both.
Yes. So
but
one's always
with
obviously
the
going to be
Blast
stronger than the
Last-
other, but you're still going to be
Yeah, exactly.
variable. You're going to vary between both of them quite frequently.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with my Blast Last stuff, it's almost exactly as you said, Odom, where I know it, but I just don't blast it. You know, it's like when I need to go to sleep, I know I should go to sleep, but I can't stop consuming,
man.
watching
Yeah.
the videos,
Go to sleep, bro.
or reading, or all right, see you guys, I'm heading out.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Can we put that meme on the screen, please?
Yeah, you're gonna have to edit that in, man.
Me and Asees woke up at like 4:30 this morning.
Dude, we're gonna be energy. Yes, we did wake up at 4:30, but I'm
Yo.
gonna be energy dominant. I'm just gonna show it on my phone. Look, I have a better version.
Oh shit, yeah.
You're gonna have to read it.
Psychedelic version. All right, I'm gonna transcend.
Psychedelic. Yeah. That psychedelic is us trying to read it through the screen.
Explain the screen.
Double psychedelics.
Yeah, continue with what you were saying, man. It was good stuff.
Yeah. So, and then you know, like with what Jono was saying with like the blast, it is like it blast takes so much energy to just fucking like get off my shit. You know, it's like I don't want to have to do that.
Yeah.
And like I'll play all day long, like if I have to, so that I don't have to blast.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm just gonna crash super hard at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is like it's like I'm using my energy animals with or through the one information animal that I have to just cuck my last information animal, and it just doesn't see the light of day ever.
Yeah.
Like even right now, I'm not blasting. This isn't blast.
Why isn't it blast?
Because I'm making no sense.
Oh, you're making
you're just pulling information and just regurgitating. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's all I'm doing right now. No, because my blast is SIFE, so someone would have to give a shit for me to be blasting, right? But nobody gives a shit.
No, it's good. You are blasting. I mean, you've refined it to your other animals, but right now it's blast. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. But yeah, that's good, man. Finally, Leon, did you have anything to say about this in particular, or should we save your comments for the next topic?
No, I don't really have anything to add about Blast
Last.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
Speak for them very much. You guys had a lot to say.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, we'll move on to the next bit, which is features of the missing consume type of energy dominant
inferior.
Types.
Sorry. That just came out.
IJ box.
So yeah, Leon, you can go first with this one, man. You seem pretty ready.
I want everything done faster. Next question.
I guess that proves the point, doesn't it? Yeah. So
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, it does. So for me, I'm missing. I'm missing blast, and the people
Couldn't
who are
tell.
missing consume are like. I missed what you said, but I'll just keep blasting. The missing consume people are like the opposite of what I said earlier. So where I focus on learning what's useful for me and what would maintain my good energy levels, the missing consume people are actually good at like applying and executing, like managing themselves throughout the day and like actually enforcing this control over what they do and what needs to be done, that kind of stuff. So all day they'll be executing whatever the energy agenda is.
Do you reckon?
That's what I'm not doing, basically.
Do you reckon they're good at like better at blocking out like distractions because of the
Yeah,
low RE?
nonsense. Yeah,
What do you think,
for
Leon?
sure. Would you say that's
That's a
true?
good point. Yeah, that's a good point, man. I like, well, I mean, I like nonsense sometimes, but like when I really am focused and just like you said, executing something, it's like very blinders, like very much like I'm a rhinoceros and I'm gonna run over whatever task I have, and anything on the side of me can just wait. You know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you're very goal directed.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
cool.
sense. And of course you'd be like very good at maintaining your energy level because you know what's necessary for that goal, right?
Yeah, I have this saying I say to my girlfriend all the time, and it's cut the fat. Like I don't want any extra that I don't need.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
I like to try to blast in like one sentence summaries all the time, and I'll make it as stupid and simple as possible so anyone can understand me, so that even the weakest demon consume types can understand.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
In what part exactly? Like, you want an example?
But you know, the cool thing about what you said, Leon, is that it's something you actively try. So the thing about people having certain animals or functions and shit, people think you're just naturally good. There's probably some factor of intelligence there, but the point is you're putting the practice in, and you're actively practicing that for like, imagine you're doing that for years. So of course you're gonna be good at blasting because it's something is important for you to practice. So yeah, just another tip is like just focus on practicing what you want to practice. Don't let the belief that you can't do a certain function because it's a demon stop you. Basically.
Beautiful.
But yeah, do you, Johnny, do you have anything to say about the missing consume energy doms?
No, not really.
Asees?
Thank you.
Asees?
That's right. Shut up.
I will just reiterate sort of my just general opinions on it. I think I might have mentioned it before, but yeah, they're inferior to all types. Leon, though, I will admit Leon's type is the least inferior of all
of the inferiors. So if
Of
there's
the
a quadrant of
inferiors.
inferiors,
A whole quadrant.
It's not even quadrants. It's just everyone else and consume. No, I'm just playing, but you know it's basically invert everything that we said for the blast last, and it works for consume last.
yeah, true. Just reverse, just play back what we said in reverse, and it's the same. For consume.
Yeah, we don't fucking make us blast.
All right, cool. So next we'll be moving on to the pros of being an energy dominant. Leon, you can start us off for this one.
All right. So a pro of being energy dominant is as soon as we know what to do, we can come up with a way that saves like time and energy to do that. We can get more done by doing that, or we can get the same amount of work done, but we'll get it done a little bit faster in sort of kind of a shortcut way, but it works. And then we can spend more time, having fun.
Yes.
I have like an example, like, I mean, this isn't like really an example to have like fun, but when I had been like first driving, like I figured out driving, had my license, was driving a few months, and then I got like my first car. I learned there was a feature in my car and how many miles per gallon of gas I was traveling based off of my speed. And I paid attention to that pattern based off the speed in miles, because I don't know who else is watching around the world. Like, this is miles I'm talking about. I can't really convert it for you, but I came to the conclusion that going 55 miles per hour and 70 miles per hour gave me the highest number of miles per gallon in my vehicle. And I think that has to do with like the weight, the horsepower, the torque, the front wheel versus rear wheel drive, and the percentage of the grade of the incline or decline in the road.
Look at that sensory peacock.
Damn, man. That's some good recall.
Oh, definitely. But basically, I was driving at those specific speeds so that my car would save the most gas. And then if I were going downhill, I would always put my car in neutral so that I wasn't using gas. I would keep the windows up, because if you put the windows down, then the wind comes in and puts more
So
resistance
technical.
on the car.
Jesus.
Yeah, like
What a system.
oh yeah, man, I gotta save that money. You know?
That is a very that's a very good example of spending some physical energy to reserve a lot of physical resources.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's good, man. Yeah, I guess for me, I feel like for me as a pro of being energy dumb, I feel like I can get to the point of something really well. So for me, it's like information is only valuable if you can use it. So I think that gives me an edge, I guess, over info dominance in general.
Okay. Yeah.
Jono, got anything else to add?
For me, man, just like life is chill, man. Just chill the fuck out. Don't worry about that information. We'll check it out later. Let's just relax, enjoy life, and don't be so serious, bro.
Yeah, I feel that.
Some people will see that as a con, though. And yes, it's a con. But we'll get into
at
it
the wrong time, it's a con. But
yes,
most of the time, it's fine.
But on the plus side, I'm preserving energy, so I can, last a little bit longer throughout the day,
Yeah, for the right things, right?
Jono's a con artist.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Asees, do you have anything else to say about pros? Any personal pros you think you have, or
are you a pro?
What about a con of being info dominant?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just joking.
We can save that.
That's the next episode.
Yeah,
dude.
we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that for the next episode, guys. Sorry to OI on you, but
tune in next week.
Yeah.
We can move on to cons of being energy dominant.
Let's do cons. Let's move on.
I guess I'll start with cons. As paradoxical as my sort of awareness and consciousness of the sleep is, I'll be awake at 3 a.m. knowing that I should have gone to sleep 5 hours ago, and I won't go to sleep for another 5 hours.
Yeah.
And that screws me over, because then when I'm awake, I'm still being energy dom, but like I have like no energy to work with now, and so I'm just in like this a pure zombie form.
Yeah.
Or I'm delirious.
Bro, I
from
have
sleep
a
deprivation.
You know when you're in those terrible situations where you're doing something you shouldn't do, like staying up. Do you have that like mental conversation with yourself where you're like, I shouldn't be doing this? Well, I'm already like an hour in. I may as well keep going.
Yeah, it's like those memes where it's like me, inner me.
Yeah. Like I may as well keep going at this point. You just keep going, and then you're like, fuck. And it's always for the sake of consuming. That's the
always, dude.
No other excuse is good enough. But if I'm consuming something, that's like, yeah.
Oh, it's like putting death to your energy animals in order to gather information finally at the end of the day.
Because it's double masculine for both me and Asees, so it's like yeah, man, it's so dumb.
Yeah.
Well,
it's really.
I struggle with the same thing though. The difference, I think, is like I get so like on a roll with consume, and I start going around the place instead of digging into one thing normally. So I'm like, oh, this leads to that, and that leads to that, and it's kind of like an NE kind of thing that I talk to a lot of NE types that describe it like that, but I feel like that's what's happening to me.
Okay.
Maybe I'm
Demon
my shadow.
Demon SE is NE confirmed. That's a really good revelation.
Yeah.
But yeah, another con is that we can be sort of facetious at times. Like going off of the pro of not being too anal about things. there is such a thing as being too fun and not respecting the information, literally speaking, of a situation or some task. And then, in our attempts to do it, not doing it properly.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like sometimes something will be bad and I won't take it seriously until someone's upset. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
It's like it has to present a problem in the domain of energy for me to have to go and fix it.
Yeah.
I just created a problem.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. Leon, do you have anything to add on to that?
Yeah, I have plenty. I was gonna say, so sometimes our like, this is from my perspective as consume last, but our way of doing things as energy dominance will be rushed, and things can go wrong when you rush too much. So sometimes I focus too much on the goal and I just blow through the process without really enough care of what's happening. And I've
is that
worked. I've actually had work experience where I was supposed to like take a patient in the hospital to radiology exams, and I'm like literally knocking over like little roller computers in the way, or like I'm hitting stuff because like I got a time limit. I'm busy. They time you, and I don't want to go past that. Deal with that. So I end up accidentally hurting people. Literally hurting.
Hell, man.
Yeah. So,
is that also like, it's also particularly when it's a mix and consume type energy dominant, like you're just trying to go, like not slow down to taking any information, like let's do this.
The way I get the goal done is not important, but like there are problems that come with it if you don't think about those things. And instead of me saying, please give me a few minutes while I read this important message to somebody that's like trying to interrupt me, sometimes I'll be just like, shut up. And I'll just like read it, because shut up is shorter than please give me There's less syllables.
Yeah, I get you. That's cool, man. Yeah, that all makes sense. Very deep, very detailed description there. Jono, do you have anything to add?
I will keep this very short.
In contrast,
getting things done is always a struggle, and the end goal is always to just have completed the task so you can go and relax and chill out. Every time I have to do something, the first thing I think of is how long is this going to take and when can I relax?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm focusing on the wrong thing. I'm like, no, I need to focus and make sure this thing is done right.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't have to go back and spend more energy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Basically.
Boom. That's it.
Odin, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, for me, like whether you're missing consumer blast. So yeah, if you're an energy dumb, it can make you seem somewhat dumb. Yeah, so final things to say from me, cons from being energy dumb is just that we kind of just seem a little dumb because we're missing either one of the information animals. So if you're missing consume, your blast doesn't have enough information. If you're missing blast, you can't really communicate, so you kind of just seem retarded. So yeah, that's something we have to work on. And so this episode we have looked at all the different aspects of being an energy dom, good and bad. And I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the land of chaos.
Boom.
Ooh.